Welcome to Text Valley. In this lecture, we will discuss about the microservice. So basic points will be what is the microservice, what is the architecture of microservice, and what is the base feature of microservice. So before starting microservice, I want to remind you all about my previous two lecture. In my first lecture, we set up the environment in which we install the Java and Spring Tool Suite on the system. And in my second lecture, I told about how to create the account on Cloud Foundry and how to use that account with Spring Tool Suite. So now let's start the microservice. So what is the microservice? So microservice is an application which follow the single responsibility concept, which is very easily manageable. Like we can start, stop, or remove any microservice without impacting other microservice. It is very easily vertical or horizontal scalable. Means if any application have 4 microservices, so out of 4 microservice, one service is overloaded and we want to be increased one instance more of that microservice, we can easily increase the number of instance of single microservice. So it is called vertical scaling. And one more feature of microservice is any new service we can easily plug and play into the microservice based architecture. The application which having all these basic 4 features is called microservice. Single responsibility, easily manageable, easily vertical and horizontal scalable, and easily plug and play. Okay, to understand the microservice architecture, let's take an example of e-commerce application. Generally, very famous modules in e-commerce applications are customer account management module, customer order management module, customer inquiry and complaint management module. So let's understand the architecture on the base of these 3 application modules. So left side I have designed the monolithic application architecture and right side I have designed the microservice based architecture. So this is the e-commerce based application example with the monolithic application architecture. In monolithic application, each and every module like customer management, order management, inquiry and complaint management are very tightly coupled, and every module use the single database. If we want to be change any modules or improve any modules, so in micro based architectures there is no concept of module, so there is a single responsibility applications which are called microservices, like customer management microservice, order management microservice, inquiry and complaint management microservice, and each microservice have their own databases. These services are totally independent from each other. We can stop anytime any of the service and we can start anytime any of the service. We can scale anytime any of the microservice. Means for order management we can increase multiple instances. So this is the basic difference between monolithic architecture and microservice based architecture. So let's discuss the basic feature of microservice with e-commerce example. So in monolithic applications, our modules are very tightly coupled. We cannot easily improve or change any modules. sometimes change the complete application. But in microservice based architecture, there is no concept of module. There is separate microservice for each single responsibility, and we can easily improve a single microservice and scale a single microservice. So to control over the module is very easy into the microservice. But in monolithic applications, the control is very difficult on the single module. We cannot stop, start, or improve the single module. But in microservice, we can easily improve, stop, start the single microservice. So in monolithic application, no vertical scaling. What it means, suppose in e-commerce applications, during the sale times, order increased 10-20 times, and order management modules overloaded, and application gets slowed down. So we cannot increase the single modules instance, means order management modules instance we cannot increase. But in microservice based architecture, order management itself is single service. If the load increase on order management, we can start another instance for order management. And in this way, so this is called the vertical scaling. So vertical scaling is very easy in micro-based service architecture. Suppose I have an e-commerce application, okay, and a new service introduced in a market which is called loyalty management system, and I want to introduce into my application. But my application is monolithic application, so it is not easy to plug and play that service into my application. But if my application architecture is microservice based architecture, so I can easily make another microservice which can be integrated with the royalty management service, and I can plug and play into my application. So these are the basic 4 feature of microservice architecture. I hope you understand the microservice based architecture and the basic feature of microservice. Please subscribe our YouTube channel for better future. Thank you.